number 15, Alistair Fraser, number 17, Greg Pryor, and number 20, Kieran Achara. For the Eagles, it's number 4, Jeremy Smith, number 13, Darius Defoe, number 22, Jamal Williams, number 23, Kai Williams, and number 44, Ramon Fletcher. And it was the Eagles that win the tip, and it's Jamal Williams who goes to the back up. Jeremy Smith picks up the loose ball, and he's going to drive all the way to the basket as well. The left-handed Kieran Achara missed at the other end, but it was good defense by Jamal Williams. There's Jamal Williams this time on Alistair Fraser, but Alistair Fraser gets away from him. Fraser lays it in for 2. And that's the Rocks off and running as well. Eagles with that 4-2 lead. There's Fletcher going, driving into the paint. Great pass off to Darius Defoe.
And he just lost sight of Darius. But you're talking about your point about Fraser. He's really effective inside. That last offense showed why. Great steps to the basket and a really good finish.
Yeah, it's a good finish as well. Gets it away to Pryor. Pryor trying to set things up. There's the high-low this time. It's Fraser to Achara.
Yeah.
And Achara this
high-low situations with Willie Clayton and the Lithuanian.
By Kenny Carpenter getting round Jeremy Smith, and Jai back to Fraser. Long way out for Fraser. Battles in against Darius Defoe. Left-handed hook shot. Takes hands from Greg Pryor behind. Knocks that one away. Carpenter to Fraser. Fraser misses the layup, but he gets his own rebound.
Happening in this team because they're nothing at all. Looking here, what I'm seeing here tonight, like the team they were back in September.
Kai Williams turns down the shot. Jeremy Smith won't turn down the 3.
Pryor's clearly going to be the main handler of the ball, running the point. Carpenter working off the ball.
There's a nice shot from Kieran. There's Pryor. He finds Fraser. Fraser does well to gather that one in. Nice ball movement by Glasgow. Kieran Achara with the 3.
So that might be something we see as the night goes on.
Carpenter
moving the ball around and trying to get a post up on Fletcher and down low.
Fletcher, that pass that was intended for Kenny Carpenter. Jamal Williams going in. Nice pass along the baseline to his brother. Corner, but he can't make the 3. Rocks get the ball away very quickly. Here's Carpenter. He knocks it back to Njai. Njai for 3. That's dropped in as well. Smith, Defoe for 2. Darius looked very much like Fab Fanoy was the man who made those changes as well. It's lobbed into Fraser. Bursts through the middle of the Eagles defence and lays it in. Used an awful lot in the last few games, but getting on it very early here. He has Jamal Williams, turnaround jumper for 2. Makes
smooth move, wasn't it? He started out with his back to the basket, a lovely big hop to turn his feet, and a nice stroke.
Oh wow, as well for Glasgow. So Ziegler will go all the way to the basket, but throws a bad shot up. Darius Defoe finds Drew Lasker out on the break. He comes back to Kyle Williams. Eagles settle it down a little bit. Kyle Williams puts up a 3, and he knocks his 3.
Can't shoot because he got totally laid off him in that last offense.
And he did on that one as well there, Dave, as well.
Yeah.
Really good spot there, and he's done it again. Look there, he knows that Ziegler's going to try and come inside, and this
intended to go.
Lasker into Kyle Williams. Kyle Williams
Kyle Williams. Yeah.
Kyle Williams tries to shoot 3 from the corner, it's no good. So at the end of 1, after a good, strong Eagles start, Rocks came really back strongly, and they lead 29-24. And I would think on the Eagles bench, they'll not be very happy at conceding 29 points. Finds Greg Pryor outside. Pryor comes back to Kieran Achara. Pryor into Ziegler. Ziegler very athletic, very moving. There's a great pass inside the ring. Kuno at the other end.
Darius Defoe is going to hurt that defense if that's the way they play. All right, there is no communication at all when players make cuts against that defense.
And there's a backboard picked up by Ziegler and Bunyan. I'm thinking if Rocks score here, I wouldn't. Wow, what a great pass as well from Kieran Achara and Greg Pryor. I was just saying, I think the Eagles will call a timeout.
Do one press. Yeah, it is. No whether it's going back into a zone or whether they're now going to pick up man to man.
For an eye on Ziegler. Ziegler turns and lays it in with his left hand.
Going for a layup. It's so quick and so difficult to stop.
10-point gap. Here's Ziegler. He finds Achara wide open. And
well short on an inside play. I think the presence of Achara is just intimidating a little bit.
Again, easy, too easy.
Ziegler again. Achara absolutely wide open again. Nobody fronting him. Nobody playing 3/4 around him. What a move.
Fantastic move on the way. That just puts the Eagles back within 12, and Fletcher's now got it again, and he's going to go against Carpenter. outside to Kai Williams. Jeremy Smith in the corner for three. Knocks his second three down. Is Fletcher going to drive hard? I thought Defoe was right behind him, but Kieran O'Chara spotted that one, and Rocks in transition. It's an easy bucket for Enjoy.
Really put real pressure on that shot.
It's Kai Williams, the other end. Jeremy Smith against Kenny Cartman. A nice turn. Nice turn around. That'll be an hand. He's got 11 points so far.
That's a coaching situation. Recognise when he's hot, get him out there. Recognise when he's not, take him off.
The Eagles are back within 6 points. No, nice play by Engine, a great cutback, so wide open. The Eagles got a real stroke of luck there. Jeremy Smith completely went to sleep, and Kenny Carpenter missed the chippy really. So it makes it even worse for the Rocks, as suddenly the Eagles are back within 6 at 46-40. Engine to Fraser, Fraser into O'Chara. O'Chara's fouled. I think he's fouled by Darius Defoe. Fletcher with a long bullet pass to Kai Williams. Here's Jeremy Smith. Oh, I'm not sure quite what he's been. Fletcher though managed to retrieve the situation for the Eagles. Kai Williams for three, in it goes. Ramon Fletcher almost missed the chance, and here's Fletcher driving in hard. Chance to lays it in off the glass. Definitely going to run this down to 7, 6, 5, 4. Pryor's fouled by Fletcher, shooting the three. 7-point game, he does. Nice and cool free throw shooting. Eagles with 5 seconds. Not sure the clock's Kyle Williams for three, short. And that's the end of the first half, and Rocks have scored 52 points in that first half and have a 7-point lead at 52-45. And as you say, Ramon Fletcher on 3 fouls and Victor Moses on the bench. So
well, yeah, I mean, it looked at the one stage that the Rocks might pull away with this, but has been a pretty well organised and a disciplined fight back from the Eagles that if you hadn't been for that 3-point situation there, would have seen them close the gap considerably.
The second half here at the Eagles Community Arena. Fletcher finds Smith. Smith thinks about the three. Now he saw a gap and he's going to drive and turn. Gives it back to Defoe. Defoe knocks down the shot. Back come the Eagles with Fletcher. The Eagles with a chance to cut the gap even more. Nice pass by Fletcher inside to Defoe. And Defoe makes it into Greg Pryor. Cross court to Rinkunas. Rinkunas turns the corner. Lovely pass inside to Fraser. But Fraser was well challenged by Jeremy Smith. Two and moves the gap back to 5 points at 54-49. Yes, Fletcher thought about the three. Pop should have took the three. Jeremy Smith comes inside. Back out to Fletcher. This time Fletcher does take the three. And it spins in. One because the first one he was a little bit closer. Fletcher doesn't get it off O'Chara. There's Pryor back to O'Chara. O'Chara drives the baseline into Kenny Carpenter. Kenny Carpenter.
They cut to the basket from the top of the key when a guy goes baseline.
Great point, Dave. Here's Jamal Williams for three. And that Jones in as well. And there's a nice pass inside to Kieran O'Chara, who strong to the basket, but he can't make it. And the Eagles on the break. Jeremy Smith and Ramon Fletcher. And Jeremy Smith's shot. And that one misses, but Ramon Fletcher can't get the loose ball. But it's a good turnover by Darius Defoe. Picks the ball off. Fletcher comes forward into Jeremy Smith and one-handed. Yeah, it's going to be weird.
By the way, Drew Lasker came off the bench in a similar situation and gave the Eagles real leadership.
Alistair Fraser misses the three. Eagles just down by 2. Here's Fletcher. Highlight play. Fantastic play. And there's a way for Fletcher to answer it. And that levels the game up as well at 59-all. Here's Pryor at the other end. Twisting, turning. Rinkunas is wide open. He'll knock down the three. Rock's lead has been cut from 7 to 3. There's a big battle inside there between Jamal Williams, who probably fantastic ball movement by the Rocks.
Well, the Rocks are putting on a bit of a clinic, passing the ball at the moment, passing and movement.
Oh, and there's a great pass on the other end from Kai Williams to Fletcher. Wanted the foul.
Fab wanted the foul.
Everybody, I think, wanted the foul.
I don't think anybody in the building would have given it.
And Kunis behind his back to Fraser.
Awesome cut.
Greg Pryor went to the basket. Fletcher really did. Oh, that's on Fletcher over Alistair Fraser.
All the time.
As Rinkunas turns the corner and floats one in for 2.
Rinkunas, isn't it?
And Jai hasn't even played, I don't think, in this quarter. Here's Fletcher for 3 at the other end. Down it goes again. There's a real battle down here between Fraser and Defoe. It's real big, tough, hard men. Jamal Williams pops up behind and flicks the ball free. Jeremy Smith at the other end. His shot's way, way short. Drew Lasker saves it. That's brilliant play from Drew Lasker. Gives it to Jamal Williams and back to Drew Lasker in the corner. And there's that leadership that you talked about. Absolutely fantastic play by Drew Lasker. And he puts the Eagles up by 1. And so we go inside the 10 seconds. And he's almost got a steal there. Yeah, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Drew Lasker.
Experience last week. 6 man coming into this game in big time now with the Eagles crowd.
6.5 left in the quarter and the Eagles with the ball. Oh, Greg Pryor picks that one up, but Jeremy Smith comes across the quarter.
Bit early, haven't they?
Chucked it a bit early.
We haven't even got the carpet out yet. I hope they chuck the ducks as well as these players are chucking the basketball.
He's not going to get this shot off.
Creeping into this game, and I think the referee's handling it really well. Whoa!
Drew Lasker with a block. The Drew Lasker's come on, steal a block, the 3-point play, and he's given him that last little boost to the Eagles, and the Eagles have turned this around from a 7-point deficit at half-time. They lead by a point at 69-68.
And took big time in the last quarter. Been all sorts of interesting things. Newcastle having to play with Fletcher on 4 fouls.
Ziegler gives it to Rinkunis. Rinkunis knocks down the 3. He put the extra one away. Rocks lead by 3. And it's Lasker who comes away with the ball to Kyle Williams. We haven't seen much for Kyle Williams, but there he goes. This is where he tends
for him, Jeff.
Bo Ziegler can't tidy it up. He has Jamal Williams for 3. It's a long 3 from Jamal Williams. Up again. Here's Njai with Ziegler inside. Fraser picks that one up. Bumped by Jamal Williams once, twice. But
there's no daylight between Darius and Ali.
Kyle Williams tries to go through a gap.
Come on, you can't drive through a
and there's nice passing movement from the Rocks. It's picked up by Rinkunis. There, Buzz. It's like back into the Eagles' hands. Fletcher's going to go at Rinkunis all day long and gets it in. And this time the foul is called. Fraser takes the rebound. Gives it to Njai. Njai cuts into the middle. Nice move by Njai.
Move.
On Rinkunis. Yes, Fletcher turned the corner. Fletcher thought about driving in on Ziegler. Decided not to. Now he does. Twists and turns. And lays it over. Mr. Fraser comes up with the rebound. He gives it back to Kenny Carpenter. Carpenter shaking and baking against Jeremy Smith. Going hard to the basket. Lays it in. Smith couldn't foul him because he's on 4 fouls. Had to lay off just a little bit and Rocks up to 4 points, 84-80, 3:25 to go. This game really could just go either way at the moment, without any shadow of a doubt. Here's Lasker into Jeremy Smith. He's against Carpenter. Flashes hard to the round. Back out to Kai Williams for 3. Kai Williams for 3.
Kick out pass to Kai, who spotted up where the defender simply couldn't recover onto him.
Eagles only down by a point. Good defensive set by the Eagles here. Rinkunis trying to turn the corner. There's that. Carpenter's able to recover. Shot clock down to 6. He throws it straight to Darius Defoe. He gives it to Fletcher, who gives it back to Darius Defoe. But Darius Defoe can't make the layup. Darius Defoe on the line to shoot 2. He gets these. The Eagles will move back within a point. Gets the
to actually find the right man who's in the best position to create a
6. 1:20 to go. Rocks on the offense. Carpenter has the ball stolen by Jeremy Smith, who gives it to Kai Williams, who's away in transition, lays it in for 2. That puts the Eagles up by a point. 1:10 to go. And there's going to be an offensive foul on Alistair Fraser. Darius Defoe comes to make a screen for him at the top of the key. Fletcher just settles back. 12 seconds on the shot clock. I think he's going to go one-on-one here. Greg Pryor looking. Yep, he goes all the way. Floats it in and then in off the glass. Kisses it in off the glass. And there's a timeout from the Rocks.
The Eagles got 1 to give. Eagles got 2 timeouts. Rocks 1.
Rocks advanced the ball, so they had only 14 seconds for the shot clock. Kieran Achara with a 3. That's short. Ramon Fletcher almost got the rebound.
Clock. Eagles got 1 to give. Can't be given by Fletcher.
Or Smith. Is Pryor to Rinkunis for 3.
Unbelievable.
Rinkunis knocks down the 3. Difference between the game clock and shot clock is 4 seconds. I think Fletcher's going to hold. and try and get that last shot for the Eagles, or to give Rocks very little time
Rocks
left on the
have
clock.
no fouls to give.
Oh, Jamal Williams almost lost the ball. Fletcher spins and turns, he can't make it. 1 second left on the shot clock.
And of course the Rocks can't do any illegal screens, just have nothing to give.
And there's the pass, no, it's too far, and there's the shot clock. And will Rocks, Rocks will take the time out. Will they run the same play?
Oh, it's a different ball game altogether now, because the Eagles are going to stop a shot in danger of fouling it, and he's got it.
And it goes up, and it doesn't go in. And Darius Defoe grabs the rebound, and we go to overtime at 89-89. And I can sit back down again. Defoe takes the rebound. And it's at the other end, it's Jamal Williams driving hard to the basket, and he lays it in left hand.
Well,
this
that's
time
interesting.
Fletcher comes away with it.
The ball's going straight in the jar.
Fletcher.
Movement, what great ball movement. Oh, Jeremy, you had a wide open one there, but
he's made it. First hand into it, but a fantastic save by Greg Pryor.
Awesome last quarter.
Pryor drives in,
and so is Jamal Williams.
Jamal Williams comes up with yet another steal. Darius Defoe bursts out between Achara and Fraser and gets over halfway, and a foul by Greg Pryor. At 8-9, 22 points. 1:50 to go. Knocks it down. 3-point game, Eagles 95-92. Darius Defoe, three Rocks on him. Somehow gets the ball to Fletcher, who somehow saves it. Jamal Williams into Jeremy Smith. Jeremy Smith, it didn't go in, but he's got his own offensive rebound. And against Kieran Achara, can't make it, but the tip-ins by Kai Williams. Rincoon is back to Achara. Rocks Eagles playing some fantastic defense. Here's Rinkunis for 3. Oh, he's been counted. That's a foul by Jamal Williams, and Rinkunis again. First one's in. Trying to get the noise up. Rinkunis. Oh, he misses the third one. Darius Defoe was up there for the rebound, and there's a foul. The chance to put the Eagles back up by 5. It's the first one. He's got 11 rebounds. Max has been magnificent in overtime. Fraser against Defoe, battling away. Defoe stands firm. Fraser doesn't make the layup, and who comes away with the rebound? Darius Defoe. Fletcher to Jamal Williams. Jeremy Smith goes up to try and, I think he was going to try and dunk that and put the emphasis on the end.
But the Eagles fans, listen to that noise. They've now won 3 in a row, and really showing that they're finding some sort of identity and some sort of consistency in their performance.
The Eagles win it 104-98. Handshakes at the end of the game, which is nice to see. No carryover from that incident at the end of the third quarter. And what a game that was. Overtime was required to split the two sides, and it's the Eagles who take the win by 104-98.